welcome to the Draconians Domain. It's been a very long time that I haven't streamed in a while, and I do humbly apologize for that. Sorry if the lighting is really bad in my room because I kind of busted my lamp due to the simple fact that I was working on my riding cosplay, and that's where most of my time has been going to, prepping up for New York Comic Con, prepping up my cosplays. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to bring Raiden with me, but I did bring Axel. As you see, that is me. I will probably be doing another video sometime this weekend explaining my experience of New York Comic Con. So, with that being said, right now this is just all the haul that I have gotten from New York Comic Con. It's not much, in my opinion. I'm always usually going all out. Sorry if my room is a little messy that you see because, like I said, I've been cosplaying. I'm still working on a couple of cosplays right now. But eventually I will be doing some more videos, hopefully soon. So with that being said, we're going to get into some of my hauls right now that I got from New York Comic Con. Now, like I said, to you, it might be a lot, but to me, I don't think it's much because I usually have more than what I have right now. So let's get into this. First off, we're going to start off with my posters and everything. I went to the Dragon Ball Z panel. Well, not to the panel, to Crunchyroll, and I got in this beauty. A holographic poster of the new Broly movie. And honestly, this thing just looks so badass. I can't wait to get this autographed by Sean Schemmel and Christopher Sabat and Vic Magona. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is your boy Draconna, showing off my haul from New York 2018. But yeah, I got this for free. You just go in, give in your email address, and you get a free poster. So that's actually pretty cool. Also, my buddy Felix, he got me this poster. I didn't know that the artist was there, but he is one of the designers of the Invecta Marvel of Spider-Man, and he got me a free autograph. That was actually really cool of him. It would have been a lot better if it was Ghost Rider. I'm just saying, because I am a Ghost Rider guy. So, oh man, forgive me the way I look. I know I look all trashy. This one, however, I was at the Artist Gallery in New York Comic Con, and I found this. This drawing, this painting, was actually made by a very, very young, beautiful woman. At first, when I saw this painting, I thought it was, Dracula from Castlevania. But when I glanced at it again, it was actually one of my favorite characters from Final Fantasy, Vincent Valentine, in her artwork. I know it looks kind of, gayish that a guy would own something like this, but to be honest, I am a Vincent Valentine guy, and anything with Vincent Valentine I'm going to get because, look, on my walls, my little plushy pillow right there, and my scroll, all Vincent Valentine. Vincent Valentine for the OP. Then I went to the Capcom booth where I met the director of of Devil May Cry, the series of Devil May Cry, and the producer of Devil May Cry as well. And I got their autographs, and they were giving out free autographs. They were very, very cool. I'm gonna issue an update after I show what else I got signed, and I'll tell you what had happened. And to be honest, I felt like I was like 2, maybe out of the 3 fans that they have for the past 2 days that actually gave the director something, and I gave him something very memorable to me. It was very near and dear to me, and I thought that he should have it. But I got Matt Walker, the producer, and Itsuno, to Hideaki Itsuno, to sign my my poster. But that's not all they signed. I'm going to show you more. Just give me a second. So, Devil May Cry 5 for the win. And my girlfriend, she got me this. Everybody knows how in Pokemon my favorite starter is always Charmander, aka Charizard. I love Charizard. Charizard is my favorite Pokemon out of them all. My favorite legendary is Rayquaza and Mewtwo. I can't distinguish the two because I will not choose over the two, but I will choose Rayquaza and Mewtwo. But my favorite starter will always be Charmander, Evolution, Charizard. When I first played the game, that's the first Pokemon I picked. Okay, now we're going to go into my games. I'm an old school head, so just bear with me on that. For N64, I picked up Turok. Really cool. I grew up to the game. Now, I accidentally bought two of these games because I forgot that I had one. I bought two Contra 3s for the Super Nintendo. Alien Wars. This game is one of the hardest games that Super Nintendo has. This game is you cannot help but love to hate this game. That's all I could describe about this game. You cannot love to hate this game. Everybody hates this game, but everybody loves to play it because why? This is one of the hardest games that Super Nintendo has in their arsenal. And I bought two of them. I am planning to sell one at a very nice price. But somewhere down the line I will sell it. But I am keeping one. I accidentally bought two. So, moving on. Next we have my three Nintendo games that I bought, which is Double Dragon 3, Metroid, get that right there, okay, and Castlevania, Curse of Darkness. Everybody knows one of my favorite Konami games, Castlevania. Now, I got 1, 2, and 3. I'm done with the collection. Now I have to go get the Super Nintendo one, which is kind of a pain in the butt to find, but don't worry, I will find it. But yeah, I got the Castlevania 3 because I'm a huge Castlevania. Why not? Castlevania's bang. Moving on. Next, we got House of the Dead 2 for the Dreamcast. Why? I'm an old school baby, Dreamcast. This was the first time that I've ever got introduced with House of the Dead, and why not pick it up? Just so I could scream and yell at this game because me and this game we have a love-hate relationship. Moving on. This game I've had for years, ever since it first came out. I'm proud to own this game, but there's something different about this game compared to the ones that you have, which is the Dirge of Cerberus Final Fantasy. But here's the difference. It was actually signed by Steve Blum, the voice actor of Vincent Valentine, my favorite character in the Final Fantasy franchise. When I met him, oh my god, it was amazing. I nearly teared up, cried, and everything because Vincent Valentine has a huge impact in my life. So does Virgil, so does Axel, so does so many other characters. But Virgil stands above them all because I grew up to Virgil. I grew up to this video game. Now, if it was cartoon characters, Timon from Lion King. That's my boy. But yeah, Steve Blum for the win. I will be explaining everything this weekend on all the stuff that I went through. My dude, nice hair. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's still long. So yeah, Steve Blum. I have a lot of other figures, but I'll get into the whole when I met him and everything. So moving on. Next we have, let's go with this one. Now, when I went to the Square Enix booth, I was hoping to pick up my Zack Fair, my Sid Highwind, and my Aranea Highwind, but unfortunately, they didn't have them there, which I think was stupid. You know, no disrespect, Square Enix. Every year you always surprise me with Play Archive stuff. This year you kind of let me down. You really, really dropped the ball. So I'm just saying, I know you're focusing on Kingdom Hearts and everything, but you still got a lot of Final Fantasy heads right there, and I was expecting those three to be there because I need those three in my collection, and you really let me down. But moving on, um, I picked up the Sephiroth statue bus set. As you can see, I didn't have one, but I decided to pick up one anyway. I don't know who's paging me. They're gonna have to wait. I also picked up the Bring Art Sora Guardian Force from the Square Enix booth, and also one of my favorite characters from the Kingdom Hearts series, Riku, Bring Arts, Kingdom Hearts 3. Gotta get it. I picked those up instead of the player Kais because usually I always pick up player Kais, but unfortunately they didn't have any player Kais, and I was contemplating on one player Kai character, which I did pick up due to the simple fact that I will explain in my other video, but I can explain here. Doesn't matter. There was this lovely young lady when we were all cosplaying as you can see, the Kingdom Hearts characters. I cosplayed Axel. There was this lovely young lady. She cosplayed a beautiful, beautiful Aqua. And during that day, I was contemplating on if I should get this figure. You know, I was still debating if I should get it. I didn't know. So I was still deciding on that day. But after I met her, come to find out, it was fate. I needed to get her. So I did. I got Aqua, the Player Sky figure. And I got her really cheap too. She was like only about $110 right now, and online she's going for like 200. Like holy shit! I just plus my money. I guess it was the last time that they're selling her, but Aqua is so hot, and I will definitely have pictures up this weekend. I'm gonna do a whole thing with my experience at New York Comic Con. So moving on, let's just put them back there. Now, this one I got from a booth at Bluefin. No, I'm sorry, Tamashi Nation. Ah man, I don't know if I can open it because I can't take it out because it's wrapped in plastic. Let me see if I can show you. I got the Sora Final Form. This action figure is like very limited. It was one of the limited stuffs that they had. Oh wait, I could. Okay, good. I don't want to take it all the way off. Just to show you what it looks like. That just looks so badass. You like your monkey suit? I guess. But I have the Final Form Sora action figure, the SH Figuarts, and honestly, this actually looks really badass. Like, so freaking cool. And I know that this was a San Diego Comic Con exclusive, and we had it at New York Comic Con, which was actually really awesome because right now this action figure is probably going over 150, maybe more. I really don't know, but I'm actually really happy that I got one. It matches my Guardian form. Moving on, my buddy got me this because it was the last one that I was missing on my wall, my set of Dragon Ball. I was missing the blue hair Goku. He found this for me and bought it for me, you know, as thanks for, you know, letting him stay here for a whole week to go to New York Comic Con with us. It was the last figure that I was missing on my wall. I have all three series. I have the Shenron set. I have the Shenron set, the Berserk Kefla, and no, not Kefla, Khalifa. Sorry. the Berserk Khalifa, and now I have the Fusion Zamasu, the entire set. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Thanks a lot, Felix. You really came out for me. I really appreciate this so much. Okay, moving on. Next, from the Tamashi Nation. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy for this, but I don't care. Sue me. Let me just see who messaged me real quick. I do apologize. Oh, okay. I'll definitely check that out in a bit. Right now. Okay. So back to where we were. I have not one, but two exclusive edition Vegetos, SH Figuarts. How did I get them? Well, I'm going to explain that after I show you the rest that I got. I'll explain it all. I have two Vegetos. I have two. Let me see if I can get one out of its plastic. Shit. Okay. I have to rip it a little bit. I have not one, but two Perfect Cells, exclusive color edition. Here we go. And I don't think I'm crazy, but as you can see here, three Brolys. Why three? Well, he's the most sought after. He's one of the most sought after figures that everybody was gunning for. Broly was the first one to go, and if you ask how I got three, it wasn't easy. Trust me, it really wasn't. But I can't take it out because this plastic is just this paper. But I'm just going to show you the side of it. I got three Brolys. I will be selling them, but I won't be charging an arm and a leg. Not like a lot of people. I do want people to really enjoy these figuarts, but I am keeping one for myself. The other two, I don't know. I probably would raffle one off or sell one. I really don't know. I haven't decided. But I did get a couple of extras, to help people out that couldn't go to San Diego Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con. It's the only way to get these action figures. So I did get two Perfect Cells, two Vegetos, and three Brolys. So if you really want one, stay tuned for updates and everything about if I'm going to sell them or if I'm going to raffle them, so on and so forth. Okay. So yeah, three Brolys for the win. Now, how did I get them? Well, at Comic-Con, I had a industry pass, a 4-day industry pass, which allows me to go into the convention 15 minutes earlier than the other people with the regular badges. And I was able to jump in line. So I went there for the past 3 days straight. And I was the first one there, I was the first one there, I was the first one there. That's how I was able to get three. I was going to get three Perfect Cells and three Vegetos, but sorry for that. But I was just like, I'm just going to stick with the Brolys. Okay, so those are done. Okay. Oh, wait. I forgot to show my t-shirts. Okay. Because one of my friends, one of my cosplay buddies, she worked at the Square Enix booth, right? And I didn't like, knowing me, I don't like testing any type of demo games. I really don't, because it will spoil the game for me. The new Life is Strange 2 they had there, the Kingdom Hearts 3 they had there. Everybody said, yeah, it's a little taste and everything. I'm just like, when I get a taste of it, I want the whole damn cake. So instead, I didn't want to play any of the demos. But since I know people in the convention that worked at the convention, she was awesome enough to get me a Life is Strange 2 t-shirt, which is actually pretty cool. The only way to get this t-shirt, you have to play the demo, but I didn't want to play the demo because I didn't want to spoil it. She understood, and she just gave it to me. So she's real cool like that. Mad ups. Mad ups. Second, because we were dressed as Kingdom Hearts character for the Square Enix booth, the last day of the convention, Sunday, I didn't dress up because it was raining and I didn't want to get my hair wet, my wig wet, because that was very expensive. The guy recognized me. The general manager of the Square Enix booth recognized me without my cosplay. He goes, "You were that Axel, right? Yeah, perfect Axel that you played. I wanted to give you a shirt, but I couldn't find you." So he gave me a Dragon's Quest shirt, which was pretty awesome of him. He gave me a free shirt for bringing in customers for them, bringing them retail for them. It's really cool, really nice of him. He was the general manager of the Square Enix booth. He was awesome. He was very cool. Oh my god, I wish my phone would stop going off. And second, everybody knows how much of a Capcom fan I am. There's only like 3 games that I would ever play from Capcom, and that's Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, Marvel vs. Capcom. And one of my favorite games that they have a demo for was the Resident Evil 2 remake. And I wanted the t-shirt so bad that I finally got one. The only way to get this t-shirt, you have to play the game. You have to. There's no way in getting this t-shirt unless you have to play the game. But I went to the guy that was running everything and I told him if I could speak to the general manager. They brought him out. I talked to him. I was just like, look, I pre-ordered the $200 limited edition set with the Leon statue and everything, which I do. I have the receipts to prove it. And I explained to him, I don't like playing the demo games because I don't want to ruin the game for me, because if I have a taste, I want the whole damn cake. He started laughing. He goes, dude, I seriously understand. It's bad enough that I have to work here. What? No Street Fighter? Said, I didn't play. They had the Street Fighter there, but I didn't play the Street Fighter. I didn't want to. I don't like playing any of the demo games. I don't like playing demos. But I got in this t-shirt. He was very kind enough to give me 4 t-shirts. One for my friend that showed up, one for my girlfriend, and one for my friend. We all got t-shirts. And what's cool about this t-shirt, that when you wash it and you turn it inside out, let me show you. When you wash it to turn it inside out, it has a zombie in the inside. I thought that was freaking clever. They had a zombie on the inside. So yeah, mad ups to them, and God bless the gentleman that gave me this shirt, because I will be wearing this the first time I play my Resident Evil 2 remake. I will not wear that shirt until I play Resident Evil 2. That is a promise that I made to him. Okay, moving on. I showed you those. Okay. Next, I went to this store, right? To this panel, not panel, this booth, and they had a lot of figurines, a lot. There was one figurine that I didn't see there. They had 2 of it. They had a black and white, and they had the color. The color was the most sought out after. I had to pick up my boy Cell. Cell is my favorite bad guy from the DBZ series. And what I love about this Cell, it has a glass dome that shows his brain on the inside. I don't know if you can see it on the box, through the box, but anyway. Yeah. This was actually really cool. I'm not taking it out because I don't believe in opening up my action figures, but man, this action figure blew me away. This Cell just blew me away. I was really debating. I had 2 of my friends there, and they both said, get the colored one. So I did. And yeah, pretty much. Badass Cell. Next, we're going to save these for the coup de grace. These two. Let's grab these two. Okay. Next up, I have my boy Hit and my boy Leon. Now, I know most of y'all see my collection and everything, and most of you know that I had these already, which I did, but there's a reason why I count these into my Comic Con things. Because if you look closely, right there, it is signed by the voice actor of Hit, Matthew Mercer. And if you don't know who Matthew Mercer is, here's another update. He was the voice actor of Leon S. Kennedy, which he actually autographed right there. Now, what's cool about this one, though, which I love dearly, he inscribed it in here. Let's take down Umbrella. Matthew, you got a heart of gold, man. And what was really cool about this, by getting this, I thought that I would never get these autographs. But it comes to find out how great people can be, you know, how Comic-Con brings a lot of strangers together. I was kind of bummed out when I went to New York Comic-Con because I thought that I wasn't going to see Matthew Mercer and meet him because you needed a prepaid ticket to meet him, which kind of sucked. But I went to another line, which I'm going to show this right now while I'm explaining the story. I went to meet Liam O'Brien, who voice act Red 13 in Advent Children. He was there. Why not? If you're going to get all your action figures signed, you might as well just bring them if you know that they're going to be there. And what's cool about this one, though, is that he inscribed it in the top. There are still people with the Geno stigma. Yeah. He said, when I asked him, I'm like, how did it feel playing one of the characters in Advent Children, Liam O'Brien? He goes, well, you know, he didn't have many lines, but he was excited that he was able to play one of the characters from the video game because he's a fan too. But it was a nice, lovely experience. That, you know, they said, hey, you want to be a part of the Advent Children? He said, sure. And they put him as Red 13. But, so going back to why this one has a story with these two, was because when I was on the line to meet Liam O'Brien, there was this lovely young lady right in front of me. And I told her how, you know, important that it was for me to meet Matthew Mercer. And I explained to her the situation, and she felt heartfelt for me and said, well, look, I have a +1 on my badge. Would you want to be my +1 to meet Matthew Mercer? I was about to cry when she did that. And I offered, I was like, look, let me gift you something. I feel like I owe you something. She didn't want anything. But then all of a sudden she changed her mind. She goes, well, there is this $15 poster that I do want if you would be. I was like, $15, let's go. Right after this, we'll go right over there. She's like, awesome. So we get on the Matthew Mercer line. And she had to rush to a panel. She said, don't worry about the poster. Enjoy Matthew Mercer. I was just like, thank you so much. Matthew Mercer is a great guy with a golden heart. You know, a lot of people would take a lot of credit from voice actors. But voice actors, you know, they bring out the best in themselves and brings out the best in us fans. He did Leon for me. We talked for like a good 15-20 minutes. He did Leon's voice for me, saying, I lost 75,000 people, including the president. And he did it like he did it in the game. He was like furious with it. It was awesome. And he took a picture with me. And then all of a sudden, after we talked for like 20 minutes whatnot, he gave me a free picture because I cosplayed his favorite character from Kingdom Hearts. He's a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, and he's a huge Axel fan. And he gave me a free picture, which you can see on my Instagram. Just go right down there, and you'll see the picture of me and him. So that was really cool of them. You know, really cool of Matthew and Liam O'Brien, and the lovely young lady that got me to meet Matthew Mercer. Moving on. Okay. Now, these two, I was kind of bummed out that I didn't win, but I was kind of jealous that my girlfriend won, but she gave them both to me, which, thank you, baby. You know, you're a sweetie. She wanted to keep one, but she knows how much this character means to me. I've been a fan of this character since day one. Not one, but two Majin Vegeta pops. One of them autographed, one of them is not. She won the raffle, and she gave me both of them. This one was my this was my anniversary present, and this one I wanted to buy because I wanted the autograph. So yeah, she won. I was very jealous, but she gave both of them to me. Thank you, baby. You're sweetie. Next. Almost at it. We're almost done. Let me get these. Going back to Capcom now. Sorry if you have to see my rear end. Going back to Capcom now. Now, I met the director. Now, I gave him my medallion from Devil May Cry Virgil that I cosplayed. You'll see it on my Instagram if you go right there. You'll definitely see it on my Instagram, and it's a gold medallion that in Devil May Cry 3, his mother gave him the gold medallion, and he was after Dante's medallion. So when I had it, I told him I wanted to, say thank you, and I showed him my cosplays. He loved it, Itsuno loved my my Virgil cosplay. He even asked, "Oh, what wig was it on my head?" I'm just like, "That's not a wig. That's actually my real hair. It's just spray painted." And he was shocked. So all of a sudden, what flipped the entire crowd out, and his staff members and the Capcom staff members, I took out my pendant that I wore. I took it off and I gave it to him. The crowd went nuts. Like, they were in shock. Everybody's taking pictures of me giving him my Virgil medallion. And because of certain individuals that had connections with that, like T Doza, he was told by Matt, sorry for the train. Yes, I live behind the damn track. I do apologize. But Matt Walker, the producer of Devil May Cry 5, he made sure that Itsuno wore that emblem, that medallion that I gave him. And he was proud to do it. He took all the fans' pictures with that medallion. And I feel blessed. Hideaki Itsuno, thank you very much for creating the Devil May Cry series. And I can't wait to Devil May Cry 5. Can't wait for it. Which he was very kind enough to sign my very rare Trish action figure. My Nero, my Dante action figure. My Nero action figure. And of course, my Virgil action figure. I'm only missing one. And because of a gentleman, thank you, T Doza, he's gonna be mailing me one. And that's great of him to do that. I really do appreciate that, and I can't wait to have it. It's gonna go right up in my collection. And also, Etsuno actually inscribed it, which was awesome of him. I need more power. Awesome sauce. Great, I just took a page out of Mo Chocolate's thing. Moving on. But yeah, terrific. Thank you for everything. Next, the last but not least. Okay. All right, here we go. Now, everybody knows that I am a huge Steve Blum fan. One of my favorite voice actors. He's one of my top favorite voice actors, along with Quentin Flynn, MC Douglas, Matthew Mercer. He's one of my top five. He's the big five. I like to call him the big five. All right. There is only one number one, which a lot of voice actors will agree with me on this. Robin Williams will always be the godfather of voice acting. He was terrific. I wish I had the honor and privilege to meet him. But yeah, I like to call him the Big Five. Steve Blum autographed my Guyver 3, my favorite Guyver. And if you could read the insignia, which you can barely read it, I'll just read it for you. It says, "You dirty rat bastard." That was his favorite catchphrase when he was the Guyver 3. Like, every time he transformed into the Guyver 3, that was his catchphrase, "You dirty rat bastard." You know, Guyver 3 all the way. He was actually excited that he didn't see this one ever. He saw a couple of other Guyver 3s, but they were like all chalky looking and whatnot. But when he saw this, he flipped. He was just like, "This looks so detailed." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "What did this run you?" I'm like, "A lot." So yeah, he signed that for me. And he signed my triple duo. He signed my Vincent Valentine, player as Kai, right there. I think this had the insignia. Let's see. Give me a minute. No, that's not the one. He signed that one for me. This is the one. He signed my limited edition one. And in this one, it says, "Where can I buy a phone?" No, really cool. Really cool of him to do that. It was awesome. Uh, so I was really, 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 really happy that I was able to meet Steve Blum, because for the past 5 years, I could not meet Steve Blum because he was never doing autographs. He was only at panels. He'll walk around and sign a couple of things, but that was it. But he never had his own booth to sign. Finally, this year, he had an autograph booth, and I was happy, very happy to get the big three of my Vince Valentine action figures signed. You're the man, Steve Blum. You are definitely the man. And I hope maybe one day you and Quentin Flynn can get together, because you have an old school Turk with the new school Turk, and it just makes sense. So that would be really, really, really cool. And the last one, Steve Blum actually signed my Dirge Cerberus Vincent Valentine. You know, and what was cool was that when he was signing this, I asked him if he could do the voice of Vincent Valentine asking Guyver 3 if he could borrow his phone. And he goes, "Well, I haven't done the Guyver 3 in a while." So he did it. He did the voice of Vincent saying, "Do you, Guyver 3, can I buy a, do you know where, no, can I please borrow your phone?" And then he goes, "You dirty rat bastard, I don't have a phone." Yeah, and it was just awesome. It was really awesome, really cool. And I took a picture with him. You can actually see it on my Instagram. I will be posting it up shortly. But yeah, that's I guess that's about it. That's my haul. If you see anything that you are interested in that I have doubles of, please send me a shout out. All right. Well, I have to get to bed because it's already 12:52 in the morning, and I have to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. No, I have to be up by 5 o'clock and be at work by 6. So, yeah. I just want to thank you all for watching this this video. I know it was a last minute thing, and I know I didn't have much people coming in, but you can always check it out on my YouTube. Go just type in Dracona. If you also want to follow me, please hit the like, follow, subscribe on all my media outlets right there. It's all under Dracona. You can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, and YouTube. So, yeah. As always, take care, live free, game hard, or it's game over. See you soon. Where's my controller?